welcome guys. This is the Mediaman, and I am here with
Captain Orbit, that guy named Ben,
and DownUnderdog.
All right. Well, thank you for coming over to my channel. If you haven't seen John and Babina Underdog's channel, we're good friends. Go check out his stuff. He talks about esports and realistic graphics. You know, if they're going to affect gaming and stuff, it's cool. So anyway, we're going to talk about right now. Go ahead and throw out the games we're most excited about for 2017. So I got a ton. I'm going to take up half an hour just with mine. No, I'm kidding. But
it's your channel, bro.
No. Sorry. We're not going to do an hour on mine. That's crazy. But I did want to kind of just throw out, the first game is Red Dead Redemption 2. Normally, I kind of try and stay away from sequels too much because the whole, Red Dead Redemption 6, coming in 2025. But the first game was just so incredible, so amazing. And in this game, you play as his son. I'm not going to give a spoiler of why you play as his son or anything like that, but it looks amazing. Red Dead Redemption was like one of my favorite games of all time, next Ocarina of Time, because they're the same. Right? So yeah, so that's my first favorite. First one.
There's a lot of sequels coming. We got Destiny 2. We have Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
We got a lot of 2s coming out this year.
Yeah, and I don't have a lot of those on my list because I've been gaming for way too long. And I do kind of get tired of Call of Duty 37.
The same thing over and over.
Yeah, I mean, let's do something a little different. Do you guys have anything? I'll come back to some of the stuff I have listed.
So I'll be short.
Yeah,
I'll make this easy.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. I will be 100% honest. I am in a phase right now in my gaming.
Can I just say it? Can I say it?
No.
This guy.
I'm in a phase right now in my gaming hobby that I'm not too thrilled with the state of the gaming community as a whole. And so because of that, unfortunately, it's kind of altered my hype or excitement level for a lot of trying out new games. It just feels toxic and not fun for me, honestly. I still play a lot of Blizzard titles because I enjoy this with you guys and my friends, and I play any game with my friends isolated. I'm not feeling the current state of gaming online, and that being said, the one game...
Wait.
Yes.
Before you say the one game, I would like to know, what was the last game you got excited about? Like, how long have you been in sort of this feeling of
the last game I got actually legitimately excited about? Probably Overwatch.
Okay.
I would say it's probably the last one. I mean,
so not like Nintendo 64 days or something. Okay, like
Overwatch.
Not to cut it off, but it's. So what are you looking forward to?
Oh, you'll see.
So
yeah,
for me, assuming that it doesn't get pushed back again, it'd be Star Citizen.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to come out.
It won't, but
this year.
On the Switch. No.
If it does, that is one game that will break the exception to what I just said, because it just looks from what I played, it is an amazing game.
Okay. I honestly thought you were going to say FIFA 2017.
What?
Honestly, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking because I thought for sure, and you were like the current state of gaming, and I'm like, oh, no.
Here it comes.
Can we edit that? Because FIFA 7.
If you love FIFA,
my favorite game is FIFA 2017. No, yes, Star Citizen 100%.
And all the FIFA fans just love my channel.
Yeah.
See, I would have said that, but I don't think it'll come out this year. I don't.
FIFA?
No.
Star Citizen.
Star Citizen.
That's what the current...
I mean, I didn't even write it down on my list just because I've kind of basically just put it out of my mind in the sense of it'll come out when it comes out.
Well, not to sidetrack, but they released the official release schedule now.
Okay.
Like the official one. And supposedly, I think it actually does say a release ETA for 2017.
Is it closer to the end of the year? Or did they give a month? Let's look it up.
Let's say we can come back to this.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't even write that down. I'll get mine out of the way because I like quirky, weird games. I'm just that
You can
guy.
put the date on down below.
I'm only going to talk about two. One is Sea of Thieves. It's basically...
Yes.
No idea.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh.
what this is.
So it's
Someone needs to Google.
it's basically like it's this weird mixture of The Sims, but you're a pirate.
It's a rare
Basically.
game.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's a rare game, you know.
Okay.
So,
It's a rare game.
yeah. And so it's basically you're just living the life of a pirate.
Mhm.
It's sort of like Star Citizen in that
Wow.
you can team up with other people, buy a vessel, sail the seven seas, that kind of stuff. It's just very much my type of
Yeah, that's totally up
genre,
Sims.
you know? Yeah, so it's like, that's totally my thing.
Okay.
I cannot wait for Sea of Thieves. The other one is Lego Worlds.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Lego Worlds is basically, they're saying sort of like the new Minecraft. You
Play it.
basically build it, but it's better graphics, things like that. It's obviously not as clunky, if you want to say, as Minecraft or whatever. You can basically just build anything you want. It's an open world like that or whatever. So those are the two that I'm pretty excited about.
Just not to, just real quick. Lego Worlds is out on PC. It's been out for a while on PC. So if you want to try it, see if you like it, it's coming out on PS4 and Xbox One. But
I'm a console guy. I know you guys aren't, but
no, just if anybody does want to try it,
Yeah.
on that. But yeah, cool. Good call. All right. Forgot about that.
Okay, so kind of staying in. I mean, obviously Star Citizen, but I did the same thing. I didn't put it on the list just
Yeah.
because it's like, you know what?
it's gonna happen when it happens.
Well, and also because I
Have faith.
I'm a backer, and so I had access to the like pre-alpha, type thing. So my cousin and I have been
It's been a
playing-
long time.
Yeah, well, and what I was going to say is we've been playing versions of Star Citizen, and even with what I played now, I'm still like, yeah, 10/10 would buy again type thing,
Yeah.
So I didn't put it on my list just because I don't know for sure when it's coming out, and I can literally just go play whatever. So it's kind of like right now. But staying in the field of kind of more open world cooperative gaming, I was not originally looking forward to this until I looked more into it. Was Ghost Recon Wildlands, and I don't know how much you guys know about it, but it's and to the best of my knowledge, it's a 4-person co-op where they throw you in a gigantic open world, and your goal is to bring down the cartel. That's it.
Yeah.
You can sabotage, you can infiltrate, you can just straight up storm the gate if you want. You can
Another
Okay.
man.
So you can-
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
and you can literally
I'm changing my list.
Right. And so it's
Lego Ghost Warrior.
I don't. Yeah, right. I don't know if it's. And like I said, I just recently found out about this game, maybe like 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know if it's first person. I don't know if it's third person. I don't know anything else about it. I read about it, and I was like, yeah, that sounds good. And I'm pretty sure. I mean, well,
Yeah.
I honestly don't know, so I don't want to
Yeah.
get too far into it. Really briefly, I'm going to go from. I'm not going to put them in order, but except I'm going to save my most anticipated for last. Ukulele, I think you're going to talk about that one, so
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just leave that for you.
Oh, yeah.
Destiny 2.
Uh-huh.
I really, really enjoyed Destiny. I know a lot of people didn't like it at the beginning. I loved the Taken King expansion.
Mhm.
I thought it was
Agreed.
phenomenal beyond belief. I thought it was great. Crackdown 3,
Oh,
just for nostalgia's sake. Just for nostalgia's sake. Super Mario Odyssey. This is the first Super Mario game that I'm actually excited for.
Yeah.
You can talk about it. I'm just mentioning this. I'm not even going to say this next one because I'm sure you're going to talk about it.
Go ahead. We're all friends here. This is good.
Horizon Harkon. Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a PS4 game.
Yeah. Amazing.
Look it up.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. And then obviously tied for first, Breath of the Wild,
Yeah.
and Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah. I knew those would be on.
Those two, the Andromeda is the reason why I'm okay with not buying a Switch right now.
Yeah.
Because like I mentioned in our last video, I like to wait once a console comes out. I like to wait 4 or 5, sometimes 6 months until they work out a lot of the the mechanical stuff and hardware issues and stuff. So I am under no way disappointed because Mass Effect Andromeda is coming out, and I have over 800 hours just in Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. Not even single player campaigns, just the multiplayer. and I plan on putting that much, if not more, into Andromeda. It looks amazing.
Literally, if all of a sudden in future videos, Captain Orbit's not with us,
I'll be here. I'll be in that room over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
We'll just move the camera over there. You know, 5 more minutes.
So yeah, so Breath of the Wild, I'm not even. We already know about that.
No.
Mass Effect Andromeda looks to be just as good as. It looks like a very worthy successor to the Mass Effect series. I won't say saga because it's but it looks absolutely amazing. So that's my number 1.
Awesome. So
what 3 games do you have left?
Oh, I'm going to go through the list, but I'll go through the ones that you've already kind of mentioned pretty quick. Horizon Zero Dawn was actually the second on my list. This is not in order of my favorite. Just it's coming out like next week. Yeah, right before this one. So broke. So that one just looks amazing, and it's been getting incredible reviews. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a review copy, so I don't know yet. But it does look incredible. It looks like Sony's version of Zelda. I mean, I know it's different, but just kind of the epicness.
It looks more story driven rather than
Yeah.
just here's big excitement thing.
And I gotta say that Sony's kicking butt. So, Legend of Zelda, of course. Been looking forward to that forever, and I love the idea that I can carry it with me. And it's and the 3DS ones are great
For 2 hours, you can carry it.
Yeah.
That's all I need, son.
Well, you know what? There's plugs there pretty much everywhere you go,
Yeah.
and you just buy one of those little adapters. But anyway, it's the trails. It's easy for me to do that. Mass Effect Andromeda as well.
Did you play Mass Effect series?
Oh, yeah. On PC, I play them and then I mod them, and then I have I can look on my Steam thing and it makes me cry every time I see how much of my life I lost on those. I played all 3, made my choices, and got to see kind of what happened with the choices and stuff like that. If you guys haven't played any of the Mass Effects, they're pretty dirt cheap on Steam. Origin. Oh yeah, you're right, Origin. I'm sorry. Old school. Yeah, I even downloaded Origin. It's terrible, but you can get the trilogy for pretty cheap. So I'd recommend it. Anyway, yeah, I do play Mass Effect. I like this. Crash Insane Trilogy. I know no one else has that. It's old school.
Yeah.
It's a remake.
I know what it
I
is.
normally don't do remakes, but I've been really jonesing for a good platformer. I love the series. The first one was terrible, but I got better. And Warp is probably my favorite, so I'm looking forward to that. And it's the nice price. I think it's $34, something like that. Super Mario Odyssey. That one more than Crash, of course. But watch the videos. It just looks amazing. God of War. Normally, I kind of go off on a rant about too many sequels and stuff like that, but they're taking this back to Origins, and it actually looks like they're doing a really good job. So I'm really looking forward to that. Ukulele. I did get to play this at TwitchCon, and they sent me the Toy Box mode, and really fun. I mean, I loved Banjo-Kazooie games growing up. I think I actually put more hours into them than Super Mario 64. Just lost all my subscribers there, but loved it. Just loved both of them. Banjo-Tooie as well. So, and this is, having played it, it's just like Banjo-Kazooie. Even the voice acting is the same. Final Fantasy XII. Yes, I really like that game on PS2. They're doing a remake. I'm interested. Dragon Quest Heroes 2, one of my favorite Dynasty Warriors type is Dragon Quest Heroes. Days Gone. Spent a little bit of time on this. This game looks amazing. Another PS4 game. I'm not anti-Xbox, I promise. They just don't have nothing coming out right now.
Destiny 2.
Well, but, okay, nothing coming out that you can't get on something else, okay? And that could change in June when E3 comes. But right now, this is the way it is. But Days Gone looks amazing. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to try and put links to all these games I mentioned on my site. So just kind of look below, and there should be some links, hopefully for all of them, if not most of them. Most of them, if not all of them. That's how it looks right. Another one is called Sundered. It's an indie game. It's a Metroidvania style game. Again, I got to meet the developers. They're sending me a copy when it comes out, so I will have an early review as soon as they have a finished copy they can send me. But I have played enough to know it's amazing. And if you're going to PAX East, is that what's all the PAX? They are going to have a demo there. Ni no Kuni 2 I played Ni no Kuni on PS3. Phenomenal game. Studio Ghibli. Is that right? Looks like a cartoon on the PS3. I've seen the PS4 one. It's
You haven't heard that game, have you? I think you'd really like to be a Ghibli fan. Like,
it's
this is
amazing.
right up your alley, man.
It's a JRPG that I don't want to give anything away.
No.
It's well, I'd recommend if you haven't seen it, check it out. If you have a PS3, you can get a used copy for less than $20. Fully, just a fantastic game. And then Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man because it's being done by Insomniac Games. If you don't know who they are, then you're not a real gamer. No. Then, no, just kidding. But they did Spyro and Ratchet and Clank, and they have a pedigree of just amazingness. And I saw the demo at E3 last year. Well, I saw it on TV. I'm not going to say it. But, and it looks, sorry. I want to make that clear. Hopefully I'll be there this year. But it looked amazing from what I've seen. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have. I mean, there's a ton of stuff. Check back in June. Hopefully we'll be able to talk about the stuff that's been announced. And I'm sorry, Xbox One, but come on. Crackdown 3. That looks phenomenal. The first one was just amazing fun. So, yeah, I think that's really all I have. Oh, and I do want to mention, too, Ghost Recon, the one you were talking about. There is a beta on the PS4, and it's free, and you don't have to register or anything. You just download it and play. So, okay.
But above all else, Sea of Thieves.
Yes. And I know what he's talking about. I have seen what Ben is talking about, and that one does look amazing. I just didn't want to steal it.
Or Sea of Thieves in Space.
Wait.
Mass Effect.
That's an Xbox game. We found an Xbox game. Oh, and Cuphead. Cuphead was amazing, too. There you go. Some Xbox love.
When Xbox's top runner is Cuphead, I'm not
No,
feeling I'm not feeling so
It
good.
looks like a 1950 cartoon. It looks pretty amazing. Okay. You gotta look it up. Anyway, yeah, so the next topic. Let's do this. All right, so our next topic is Switch. How's it doing? How's it going? I got some news since the last time we actually did this, within a month, so lots of stuff happened. I just kind of want to come out with some of the stuff I've learned, and guys, let me know how you feel. This is going to be raw, It's
emotional.
So one of the things I found out is, I think we mentioned it before, it has 32 gigs of built-in RAM. Woo! So Skyrim not going to fit on there. Play half of the game at a time. But, so 32 gigs. But from someone who actually got the Switch, not me, but there was a video of someone who got the Switch early, wasn't supposed to have a big scandal, so that's for different. But you actually only have 25 gigs of space after the OS and all that. So let's just kind of take it one part at a time. What do you guys think of the space issue? I mean, I know you can go get micro SD cards, which is great.
That's kind of already what they do. And don't get me wrong, it's still a ridiculously small amount,
Yeah.
but at least for the Wii, that was the last Nintendo console I owned, and they gave you slots for micro SD and SD cards and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm running out of room on my PS4, and I have probably 5 games. And it's like, and that's a 500 gig.
Yeah.
So The Witcher is 44 gigs or 60 gigs or something. It's around 50, give or take, like plus or minus. And it seems like the Switch is going to have to do one of two things. Number one, they're going to have to learn how to condense data that can still be easily extracted so you can load places, or they're just going to go, okay, this is for, remember how the Wii had the channels, and you had like the Wii channel and the Movie channel and the game channel, or this is just strictly going to be for downloads, like arcade. I think it's going to be for arcade downloads. I can't think of a recent game that I've played that has been under 25 gigs that is still lengthy enough.
Maybe an app, but
Yeah, seriously.
Just to give you an idea, Zelda's 16 gigs.
Breath of the Wild. Kudos to Nintendo for pulling that off.
That's what they're saying.
Well, and so this. I mean, not to detract, but this is the problem that all system consoles are having, right? I mean, like you said, like your
limited
PS4
space is an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
So the Switch
25,
is
yeah.
already said. I mean, they already said they're going to support up to a 2 terabyte SD card.
Right.
I mean, granted, they don't make those, I don't think, yet for micro SD.
The biggest is 256, I believe.
Yeah, but you know, I guess on the other hand, though, micro SDs are a lot more portable to hot swap.
yeah.
Right.
You know, so I guess they have that on that side.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like you're saying, I think it's going to kind of come down to just the fact that they're almost treating it like another Game Boy. The fact that you're probably just going to have a wallet full of micro SD cards and maybe 1 or 2 games.
This
in
is
each
my
SD
Nintendo
card.
game. This is my
Right.
Skyrim game.
Yeah, and it just your micro SD cards replace cartridges. That's all it's going to come down to.
Kind of on a similar note, the next update for the PS4, I think it's 4.5. They're going to allow external hard drive accessibility.
I'm dancing.
So now
I
you
can't
can
wait.
buy an external hard drive, plug it in. You don't have to
Yeah.
format it. You don't have to do anything to it.
Right.
And I mean, already I'm like, thank God, now I can get all my games back. You know,
Right.
I don't have to be selective about what do I want to play this month
I hate
type of
that.
thing. And I feel like that was a great move for Sony, and it would still be a good move because, like you said, they're more like micro SDs are portable, but you're still gonna have to carry them all in some place.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna lose my external hard drive. I'm going to lose micro SD cards unless I keep them somewhere all together. You know,
Exactly. And we'll definitely, that's a good point. We can do that for another show for sure. That's a good point. Ben, what do you think? How does it make you feel?
I don't know. I think it's probably what you were saying. I think you'll get to the point where you just have a micro SD for each of your games. How you're going to label it, I don't know.
Really tiny. Doesn't fit the tape.
I think if that is the case, I think it was a very, very poor choice on Nintendo's part.
no, it was a courageous choice.
Is that what we call it now?
Courageous.
Is that what we call it?
Yeah. It was probably way cheaper for them to do it this way.
Or it's a brilliant choice
Yeah.
on Nintendo's part because they can go,
Because
limited edition micro SD cards.
This one looks like
in-game
Pikachu.
colors.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah,
The funny
Yeah.
thing is the Wii U has 32 gigs as well. That was their big one, their premium edition. But something to remember too is, and the reason it's different than you were mentioning the PS4 and stuff, you can just buy cartridges. You don't have to download games. Whereas with which I'm sure you guys know, with the PS4, you have to download the games. There's no, you buy the disc and 50 gigs are taken from your hard drive. So it doesn't bother me as much. But the fact that you have 25 gigs, and then if you download Zelda, then that's math is hard. But you know what I mean? That's not much left. But I'm sorry.
No, I think if they're smart in the future, they'll add built-in storage because I think it'll end up being a problem. I think they'll probably get a lot of complaints about people going, "Hey, I downloaded 2 games and already my system's full." Years ago, I bought a 1 terabyte hard drive, and it's only like that big and weighs like a pound. And technology has advanced so far from then. I have a feeling they could easily put in at least a terabyte or 2 terabyte hard drive in there, and it would only add a pound to it or less. And, I think that would have been the better way for them to go.
Exactly. I agree with that. And Nintendo has Nintendo has a history of just the DS and the DS Lite and then the 3DS and the 3DS XL. So wait for it, Switch XL, 32 inches. No, but I think that you're right. I think they are going to do that. Probably come out with a 2 terabyte one when they're cheap, rather than the 2 terabytes are some cheap memory. So I do think that's going to happen. I do see that. So the next thing is, so I mentioned before in a different video where I thought the dock was going to give it more power. That was sort of right. What it does is it overclocks the tablet. You put the tablet in the dock and it overclocks it. So you actually are running faster, but it's still on the tablet.
Maybe it's. I heard that the power of that's delivered to the CPU processor is cut by 50% when it's in mobile mode. That's what my understanding was, is that you're basically dealing with half the processing power when it's mobile.
Okay.
When it's docked, it gets the full processing.
Right, but it's still in the tablet. What I'm saying is when you put it in the dock, it overclocks it, so you're getting twice. You're getting, you know what I mean? So in other words, the reasoning behind that is that in tablet mode you're running 720p. In full screen you're running a full screen. Who knows how big your TV is? And it would do 1080. So you think it was a good decision?
Yeah, that's probably a good decision because I mean, the screen's not that big. What, it's 6.2? 6.2, I think, is the screen. You don't need to go much more than 10 or 720 on a 6-inch screen.
Right.
And it probably saves a lot of power doing that. I'm sure if it kept full resolution, the battery life would only be an hour, 30 minutes maybe if you're on the tablet mode or whatever. But so I think that was probably a smart decision on their part. But I do think, like I said in the first video where we talked about the Switch release, I do think it'll be a year or two or something. I think they'll have a Switch XL or something like that where it's more powerful or has more built-in storage, has better graphics, things like
We'll actually talk about that in a minute. I found some stuff out. But yeah, I mean that's I think that's on track.
I'll be actually curious just to see it in action. I think that's what it's going to come down to is if you are dropping your power by 50% to the CPU when it's in mobile form, how much is that going to affect my gameplay? If it affects my gameplay, I'll be disappointed that they did that. If it doesn't affect it, I'm happy with the extra battery life. Good for them.
Yeah.
I think that's, for me, it's that simple. I think it's great that they have the dock to put it at its biggest potential, but if you're reducing, the frame rates to a point where it becomes, glitchy or some type of hiccups, or if they start having like frame rates that go under 30, for instance, something where it's like, okay, this noticeably feels rough. Yeah, that's gonna kill it for me.
Yeah, you can't read the writing; it's all pixelated.
Yeah,
you go, okay.
I'm sure they play tested to the point where they were satisfied.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Community
You
again,
should
very
be
elitist.
satisfied.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And I do kind of want to give an idea about the screen. Talking about 720 should be pretty good. The best handheld screen I've ever seen was on the Vita. I actually personally love the Vita. It's a 5-inch screen and it's 540p and it looks amazing. So 720p on a 6.2-inch screen, I think, will look just gorgeous. And as far as the slowdown, I mean, who knows in future games? The one I'm worried about is actually Elder Scrolls, to be honest. But they say Zelda runs really good. You get rather portable or on the screen. And apparently, I'm not an engineer when it comes to that, how consoles run. But it's a lot harder to get something on a big screen running at 1080p, so they need the extra juice. And I agree with the battery thing. Battery's a good one. Because I think 1080 would be like half an hour.
Yeah.
You get to the title screen, die. But
have they released any information on expanding battery at any point? Is it still the, what did they say, 2 to 4 hours? Or
well, here's
3 to 6.
3 to 6.
That's a really good question. And here's what I know of the battery. You can, but you have to send it to Nintendo.
So they'll upgrade.
They'll upgrade.
So you buy it and then send it back.
Yeah.
And
More like Apple every day.
What I recommend to anybody.
I'm telling you.
Settle down, man. Settle down. I still like you, man.
No. We're gonna change your name to Down Grumpy Dog. But what I recommend just to anybody, and I will be getting one next week, so next time we meet, I'll let you guys know what I think of it after having it for 30 days or however long it is. But I would recommend investing in a battery charger kind of thing. It's for pretty cheap, and use it for your phone as well. You can keep playing and charging your phone, and because at this point, now 3 to 6 sounds terrible, but it's the same as, from what I understand, the 3DS XL and the Vita. So it's pretty standard. It just sounds really bad when you say it. And it also depends on if you can just touch a button and put it in sleep mode and go right back to the game.
I was about to ask, is that 3 to 6 hours standby time, or
I
3 to
think
6
it's-
hours of playing?
I think it's
No, I think
playing,
I'm pretty sure it's playtime.
I think they said playtime.
and I heard that Zelda, someone was able to squeak out 4 hours. Lost time. Come on, no.
Yeah, right.
But, so there's that. And the other thing, you had mentioned something about, an XL. One of them, this is more on the rumor part, I just want to make sure that's clear. But apparently there's some stuff leaked out or whatever about Nintendo working on a more powerful base. So that it can do the 4K. So that now this isn't going to come out like next week, but so that it can kind of keep up a little bit with with the stuff. I don't know. Again, I'm not an engineer. I don't know what the technical thing hurdles. It's not hurdles. Are going to be for that, but that's what I've heard, that they're going to just release that, so people don't have to buy a whole new.
See, I would have rather Nintendo just put off releasing a console for another year and just came out with one that we all went, wow, that's cool,
Yeah.
like, rather than saying, here's this tiny screen with this small battery and this no storage.
Yeah.
If they would have just waited a year and gone, here's this nice screen, beautiful graphics, lots of storage, blah, 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 I think they would have made a lot more people a lot more happy.
Now I will say that's. I have heard that it's sold out pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to.
It's going to, but GameStop are taking pre-orders for April, so hopefully that means that Nintendo will actually. How long it takes to sell those out, I don't know. But when I went pre-ordered mine, it was me, myself, and I. I even have a picture until the next 15. It was 15 minutes before the store opened and people started coming, and I felt like an idiot because I got there at 8. I'm like. But yeah, I think that's pretty much I will mention the games real quick. It is looking good actually, and it's kind of sad when you look at you got Zelda and 1-2 Switch, and some other games.
The 1-2 Switch was just like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like so cringy when you were watching it, like, oh.
But we are gonna do a let's play on it, so
Yeah.
I challenge all of you to the milking one.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Friends don't let friends milk cows. I don't know, but yeah. So I think personally, just want to wrap it up, kind of what you think, or if you're excited still about it, or what. I personally am still excited about it. I'm getting it next week. I love portable stuff, and I love Zelda stuff. And there's a lot of games coming down, and I'm very patient. It's going to take me 1,000,000 hours to beat Zelda, so I think it's going to be an amazing console, but it's going to be good. So if you want to wait a year, wait a year. You're not going to miss too much.
I didn't pre-order one. I will definitely buy one. I think even those stupid games like 1-2 Switch, I think it's going to be like Wii Sports. When you have a group of us together, it's going to be fun because it's so goofy and stupid and weird. So yeah, I'll definitely get one, but I'm not expecting it to be the next big thing. I'm guessing you're not going to get one?
I'll be honest. I'll go to your house and play it, or you guys get one, I play it with you. It's just
Downer
Downer dog, downer grumpy dog.
and he'll get it because I got it. So.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get a Switch eventually.
I'll take it back.
Honestly,
I will buy it eventually for FIFA.
Yeah.
Or if Star Citizen comes on it,
Yes.
I will eventually play it because I will play Zelda.
Yeah.
But and honestly, Super Mario Odyssey.
Looks
Yeah,
like
it does look
Really excited.
looks
about
like
it.
Sonic Adventure.
Not.
That was-
Why'd you? Okay, never mind.
I'm
I'm not.
sorry.
All right.
No, you saw the preview when he was like rolling up like a ball, and he kind of.
I'm excited for Super Mario Odyssey with what Sonic Adventures was or could have been.
I actually really liked that game, but I think when the Dreamcast came out, it was like there was nothing else like it. So
Yeah,
Um,
I'll eventually get a Switch. I absolutely will.
Yeah.
For Zelda. But for right now, I'm more than content with Andromeda.
So yeah, so if you guys really want to know what we think of it, we'll have some hopefully game time by the time the next checkpoint is, and we'll let you know. So stay tuned to my channel. Check out Down Under Grumpy Dog's channel is, and no, he has some great stuff on there. A lot of tech stuff and things that I don't have on my channel. So check his channel out as well. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. So whether you watch the topics on Mediaman's or on DownUnderdogs channel, glad you guys tuned in. And as always, we really appreciate your feedback. So let either one of us or both of us know what topics you'd like to see. You can use the hashtag #TheNextCheckpoint on Twitter or on our YouTube channels. Obviously, we try and get those feedbacks and get you the content that you want to see. But other than that, I guess you can find each of us on Twitter. I'm at the DownUnderdog.
On every social media there is, I am that guy named Ben.
Anywhere you see Captain Orbit, chances are it's me.
There you go. I'm blah 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 blah. There you go.
I've never seen
No, I haven't. Grumpy Dog.
Yeah.
I'm at Mediaman815 on Twitter, and MediamanReviews.com is my website, and also Mediaman on YouTube. And so look for Resident Evil 7. That's the new one I'm playing, or Final Fantasy. Any of those. Otherwise, you're gonna get some other guy. I don't know. Right?
And all of our links will be in the description.
Yes,
Yeah, you
they
can check
will.
out all the links in the description. So,
Yeah.
All right, I'm DownUnderdog,
I'm that guy named Ben.
This is your captain speaking.
I'm still Mediaman.
and we'll see you at the next checkpoint.
Bye. Later.